Good morning, TGIF, everybody. Happy Friday. Good morning, chat. Well, what do we got here? Gap down. Well, I said at the end of my stream yesterday, I said, I'm putting my bear hat on. I said, I gotta put my bear hat on, and then I subsequently texted my assistant, like, I wanna go, let's buy a bear hat. So I could wear one during the stream, and I did order one. We're gapping down 1.35% for NASDAQ. I already made some money. I actually can't take profit on those puts right now. It's 9:30. Okay. All right. All out of my short position that I swung overnight. Now, let's see what we got intraday. We're already at last week's low. This is the next liquidity pool, I suppose, right? Getting there today would be really a lot. I think asking for a lot, it's 600 points away, right? But I think that will head there in the coming days or weeks. But right now, I think this is last week's low already, so I got to mark out for a previous weekly low. And we ended yesterday very weak. That's why I ended up swinging puts. Now we're at that previous weekly low. Okay. 725. Leith said that you got a funded account today. Do you think I should trade them? You should trade them today and do whatever you feel is right. I'd say the first trade, though, always try to make sure it's a quality one. This is always the best if you start off on the right track on your funded accounts. The worst when you start them off in drawdown, right? So try to be choosy about what's your first trade. Should always be choosy about your trades, but try to make that one really a high confluence trade. So previous weekly low hit at 738. Okay. And previous weekly low here for ES. I think it was about these wicks. I think that for us to really attack all of them at once, it would have to be some sort of big news. Otherwise, it's probably going to consolidate a bit and then go lower. You know, make people think this is some support or something. Could be doing that for down here. It's kind of hard because we're already gapping down, right? And we're already dropping down now at the open. I feel like it's been kind of really similar past few days. We just drop at the open. Well, let's see what we can, if I can make something work, yeah. It's tough for sure. Well, maybe ES is just gonna end up going from here to here. That's its first presented FEG, right? NASDAQ as well. And also yesterday, right, I said that make sure that we close below this daily FEG. We definitely did, right? So that's why I ended up swinging some shorts for the first time in forever. Now we got this inversion. Okay. I said I'd have to have my bear hat on. Now we hit a previous weekly low for NASDAQ. I don't know how much more we're gonna end up going. For us to go to this daily low minus sell side, like I said, we kind of would have to have some sort of news to accelerate that. I think it might be this might be a place where we start consolidating a bit and then before we go down. So that's what I'm careful about today. Yes, definitely has to catch up there for this. But yeah, I'm aware that that could just be our SMT then. See what happens here. We just inverted that and had a pretty big push up. Right? Just inverted this. So the first presented fair value gap. And where do you see the buy side if you're going to go long? Like I said, it's tricky. If I'm overall bearish, we did hit a weekly low, but just mark it out and start seeing if it starts to really follow some sort of strong bullishness, right? You got midnight open there, right? Midnight open this high. And this is the most obvious buy side I can see here. But for that to happen, like how much more we have to travel? 192 points, not so bad. And from here would be 283. To the upside, that's asking probably for a lot. Let's see. This minor buy side here. Right, the push there. Chat, what did you vote? 47% bearish. Let's write that down. Write that down. I like to always bear 47, bullish 39, and neutral 14. Oh. What would I say? I would say I have to be bearish / neutral. Like, do I want to go counter trend? Not really, because you could see yesterday what ended up, even after seeing that push up or whatever, this guy totally to the downside. This could happen again today. Let's like mark out this wick again. See, maybe we'll retrace to 20, like a mark within this wick. And then fail there. See, the ATR for the days all are 97 for ES. And, ooh, it's quite big now for NASDAQ. 520. Tesla's down 2.3%. Nvidia's down 1.3. Good morning, George C. Trader. 678 was your target on shorts. Nice. Shorts will be scared to hold over the weekend. That's totally possible. Kind of what happened last Friday, right? But they were, or I think we had an afternoon push last Friday, did we? Yeah, this was last Friday, dropped, and then the push started at noon, though. I just kind of need to see. For me to go bullish would kind of be tough for me, but if I see a decent setup, I will, because I said I'm neutral. Because, you know, we do have some more buy side. We just took a weekly level out for NQ, and we did have the big inversion there and a big leg up. So I need to see, we're going to continue that bullish structure and order flow. Right now, you'll have a bullish unicorn here, as long as this holds up. A bullish breaker. And then you have FEG right here. It's only lined up a little bit. The FEG slightly above. Let's see on the 3 or okay, on the 3 they are lined up. Someone were to take this on the 3-minute though, how much would the stop loss be? Would be very, very large. Yeah, I'm not taking a 150 point stop for anything, for a counter trend trade. Right? I'd rather see if it comes within this area and then has a reversal to maybe try versus a leg within there. That makes sense. When the stop is just too big, then a lot of people do this. Wait for a reversal, and then you wait for another little lower time frame market structure shift, and then you long versus that low. A lot of people ask me about my strategy and things like that. By the way, you could go on Chart Addicts and check out that video. I'm on there explaining a lot of my strategy. So let's see, you guys. I'm taking this off because I'm not in this trade, right? I'm just kind of looking as an example. ES definitely slower. Didn't even hit this minor buy side yet that I talked about. There's a more minor buy side for NASDAQ. Yeah, right now we're in a hourly bearish fair value gap. If this gets inverted, we're probably going to go all the way back up to here. Definitely here, and maybe even back up to here, depending on how strong we are. So I'm not really worried about chasing. I think that there'll be plenty of time for more bullish action if it is bullish. As you can see here, right? This is an hourly. There's still more upside. This is literally last Friday. So let's mark that out as a previous bearish fair value gap. We already swept this previous weekly low. So what we want to see now, is this going to provide any sort of speed bump, slow market down here? Or you're just going to like ram through it and continue this very strong uptrend since 935. I want to look at I don't think we have news, right? FOMC member Schmidt is speaking at 10:05. Yucky. How yucky. All right, that's actually decent because then that's like a new hourly. I'm honestly going to name this FOMC speaker so I don't have to keep doing that. Okay. Certainly we have a bullish breaker now. On the 5 and FEG here. Yeah, quite a huge push. I'm glad I got out of my overnight shorts at 9:30, right? That's probably what a lot of people are doing. That's probably why we're pushing, right? People taking profits on their shorts from anyone that swung. Let me think for a second. Okay. Yeah, so what I'm going to see is how we react to this. I'm interested to see how this hourly closes. We have 10 minutes left. Minor buy side. Yeah, maybe we just needed to retrace a bit. Still neutral on the session. I think what's important to me to see, are we going to have a second leg to the upside? So far we have one leg. What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat. I'm gonna reject from here, or are we gonna moon higher? Thoughts, themes? So far, there's certainly no inversion. I think this is going to be an important FEG. If we do end up having a little reversal, I would want to see this one get inverted to the downside. You just tapped into it and just soared from there, right? About 7 minutes until this hourly is done. It would be kind of incredible if that hourly just goes straight up to there. It would be, so far this hourly candle is already 311 points. Insane volatility. Someone says pull down a bit and then go higher. MSS, you know, but what's SMT? It's when there's a divergence. One of them goes higher, one of them doesn't. Right? Let's see here. Okay, so this is like we're getting our second leg up now, right? Does this hourly candle have a wick higher or no? This on NASDAQ. The open is no. That's very, very interesting. On the hourly, right? There was no up wick here. Now we just took that high. All right. Gotta stay focused. Had a banger trade 2 days ago, and it's a Friday. I definitely don't want to give back what I made, right? So I'm kind of just going to make sure I approach Friday the right way. I know some people, if they make money early in the week, then they're just done on Friday. That's not me particularly, but maybe I'll take a smaller size, or maybe I've been kind of just waiting for this show itself. I mean, it does seem a lot like on the 4 hour, we're making this massive, massive wick. We took previous weekly low. Let's see on the 15, what's going on here. 15, no, like, yeah, I mean, we took out these highs, right? No retracement after that. 5 minute didn't give you the retracement to the breaker. Unfortunately, a lot of people look for that, right? Not even a retracement to these inversions. So just been popping. We're so going so quick that I'm literally on the 30-second right now. Like I said, I think that this is important, this low here and this FEG. Okay. I mean, that's the thing. On the 4-hour, we have liquidity above as well. And more liquidity up here. Right? All the way up here. BSL. Like I said, how crazy would that be? Well, to here is 300 already. To here is 538. How much have we moved on the daily so far? 500. Yeah, 532. And what's this? This is the current day's high, right? Because, yeah, we just kind of opened up in Asia. That would be ambitious, but that would be pretty ambitious. I wouldn't really go for that. I'm going to delete that from here. Guys, hourly just started. We did invert this. Right? I kind of anticipated us coming back into here, yeah, and then going back up again. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, our Fed speaker's at this time. I'm gonna probably wait a little bit. I don't want to be in a position. I don't think. Might as well wait 2 to 3 minutes. So let's see whether this holds. This is also in 50%. I don't care that much about that one. This is the OB and FEG on the 32nd. Let's see what happens here. ES left this one open, right? So it doesn't really matter too much if this gets taken out. I think it could retrace to here and still be bullish. Kind of thinking out loud though, if let me see, stock heat map. Probably be better to short ES if I were to go short long NQ. NQ's above its hourly FEG. Yeah, we have the Fed speaker here. I want to see if this still holds for bullishness. Then I could look for along towards here. If this ends up getting inverted, then I'd probably look for a short down towards here. So my thought process. And I'm not going to take anything with over a 50-point stop loss. Preferably not 40, but, you know, like we've seen, the volatility is just up. I might have to. Be like a 40-something point SL, and that's just fine. It's actually okay because volatility is good. People are scared of it, but not scared. Just size accordingly, you know? If you're scared and if you're in a trade, it means you size too big. Even if it means like taking a micros today, I'm fine with that, you know? Taking 10 micros instead of 2 or 3 minis, which say you usually take that much. So far, definitely respected that. Fed Goolsby's talking here in about a few minutes, 1 minute, right? Right, I don't know what his name is. There's a million names in the Fed. I don't know which one's talking. Let's see. It is Schmidt, my bad. Goolsby is the guy that just, what happened? Like last week or something, I was in longs, and then he just started talking and dropped things lower. Wow. See what this is about. We dropped again. Make it count. Play it straight. Don't look back. Don't hesitate. When you go big time. Moment of truth, chat. What's gonna happen? Are we gonna get bought up here? Or are we gonna flooped straight through it? We'll see. I said I care about this low and I care about this FEG potential. Where's the previous hourly high? Okay, we didn't take that out really, but we did here. Okay. About ES. Didn't take it out. Do we have any like 1 minute SMTs for potential shorts in the future? Not yet. We actually have equal highs here for NASDAQ, so I think it's more likely that we pop up a bit. So let's see here. Maybe I'll find something on the 32nd. See if this maybe inverts. All I know is I don't want to be part of a consolidation. Will this invert, chat? Ooh la la. There's your answer. Jeez. We're just not getting any retracements. I would have longed if you retraced literally anything. Oh my god. Maybe it will retrace. Alright, I'm gonna try that. Alright, I'm in that long potentially. Potential long setup right now, and I'm in it. $25. And the high is 94. $94.25. 994.25. Honestly, 25,000 is a round number too. What's this low again? It's 95.25. It's fine. Like I said, I don't want to be part of a consolidation, so if it takes me out here, that's fine. Let me see what's my fill here. Click buy, ask. Oh my gosh, it's not the best RR. Just didn't have a good fill. Whatever. $95.25. But now we just took out previous hourly high. We took out equal highs, and now we might be actually dropping. I guess I'll find out. I'll be ready to flip. Like, obviously, I got into this, and we completely... I've been in drawdown the first couple minutes, is my point. We'll see. Made equal highs up here still. There's another high here. And I kind of like the 25,000 psych level. You know what they say, don't put your stop loss at like equal psychological numbers. And I feel like putting a stop loss here is for shorts is iffy. So I guess we find out right now, right? Be nice to see another nice candle to the upside right there. It's on the 1 minute here. Yeah, it's still alive. Right now, though, I'm probably gonna move my stop up, right? I want to see it now really go from there. So there's no point in me holding if it goes back down here. So stop's now trimmed. And dynamically a slightly better RR, which is good. Low 12. All right. Let's see it. Be nice for it to bang out to the upside. Like I said, if I get stopped out, then maybe it's time to flip. I'll have to just assess and stay nimble. See if this holds it. If not, might be some more downside. Okay, stopped out. Let's see what happens now. Might have to switch to micros for this one. If I even get a fill. I'd rather just switch to micros. I don't care if I have 20 micros or whatever it is. If I want more. And I have to remind myself I said I wanted rather short ES probably. Yeah. Okay. Short ES here. I'm not in this yet because of that push. I'm just gonna wait here. Let's see this reaction. Just trapping people like yesterday. Oh my god. This ES came back, didn't invert this yet. I'm gonna wait for this reaction here. I'd be okay with entering after. Or entering an inversion to the downside. I'd rather wait for that at this point. I didn't hit this yet. See this? The breaker here is on the NASDAQ. Is here. Oh my gosh, yeah, NASDAQ just ripping back up. What are we gonna do, chat? I mean, this is kind of wild. All right, well, I'm glad I didn't take that. Clearly, we're doing some consolidation here right now. What to do? I tried longs here, got stopped out here. Now those that tried shorts are getting stopped out here. See this 15-minute. This is kind of wild. I guess this low did hold. Yes, and also this held, so. All right. All right, brother. Mm-hmm. How to do manipulation before I went back up, I guess. How to manipulate me out, too. Have my stop. Well, good thing I brought my stop up. Ended up taking out people from here also. Jeez. All right. For me to flip back long, I'm just like thinking I can't because the stop would be way too big. Also, it seems like we are kind of consolidating a little bit. Hmm. I'm just gonna wait. Made another, slipped a little high just by a tiny bit. Stop before the buy side. I've marked out here on the hourly. Maybe one of them takes out the buy side. Other one doesn't. Yes, it's a long way to go. I would rather short ES, like I said, than NASDAQ. For ES, hourly, still within its hourly FEG, right? NASDAQ took out this high, and there's an hourly, a 15-minute here. It's been rejecting from. I think if it goes long, like if longs keep going, I'm gonna just choose to miss that. I'd rather just go back to my bear hat scenario. The thing is, though, for more downside, it's hard because we took out weekly level. The only real long was if you were just going to go long after this close for that inversion. That's like still a 70-point stop, and I wouldn't have taken that. All right. How much am I down today? All right, not bad. Let's go back to the drawing board right now. I'm not in a trade. We held up here. We held this up for now. For me to go to shorts, I would want to see this get inverted to the downside for NASDAQ, and this for ES, breaking this low, invert this. It is definitely tricky for the shorts too. Like all those people that try to short this, they got stopped out here and here. Also, that psychological level here of 25,000, and some buy side here for NASDAQ. I'd rather that get taken out, and maybe a SMT. Yeah. Yeah. What's this guy talking about here? Let's see. I will monitor the labor market closely for signs of more significant deterioration. Okay, that's kind of your job, right? Monitoring. There's little reason to think reserve demand will grow steadily with the nominal GDP. That could also shift balance sheet portfolio to short duration security. Yeah, since he started talking, we did a whole lot of nothing, right? Little pump. I thought that was going to pump us. And we did nothing. He said, I support the decision to stop shrinking the Fed's balance sheet, real economy not showing signs of being overly restricted, cooling of labor market, flex, structure, the cooling of labor market likely reflects structural changes. All right, bro. He's saying a whole lot of nothing. I will monitor closely. Financial markets, real economy not showing signs of being overly restricted. That I prefer to focus on the overall inflation rate when setting policy. He didn't really say much. That's obvious considering we're just going back and forth right now. I said I didn't want to be stuck in consolidation, which is why I put a tight stop, and that's kind of what we've been doing. Maybe it ends up retracing all the way back down to here and then goes back up. We have, that's not out of the question. On the 5, we have all these open, bullish FEGs. No SMT. Equal highs there. How much did it retrace within here, just so I can see? Retrace pretty deeply. The 618. Yeah, buy sides hit. Like I said, I didn't want to go until here. It was just too much point risk. I already tried the long. Okay. Buy side hit. How much have we gone up now, people? The 15-minute needs to close strong. Nice. Let's see the 15. What's a dead cat bounce? Someone's asking. You guys, you know you can Google. Mad annoying I got stopped out first. Don't be rude, Tanya. I'm not rude. I'm teaching you guys valuable life skills. Wiped out those equal highs on ES. I could see us going all the way up. Let me see again on the daily. On the daily, how much did we move? On ES, 101. Moved around the daily. Do any more? Fed speakers at 230 and 320. Okay. Midnight open, Nasdaq's like teeter-tottering around it. This is an H4 high, H4 FEG here. You guys think we'll get there? I think it's too much to ask all the way up here, but maybe it could get up here. I don't know. I'm not chasing. I'm kind of still staying. Gotta stay with what I want to do. So far, we had that buy side. I don't know if buy side was taken. For me to get into shorts, I already said what I need to happen. It hasn't happened yet. I'm happy I kind of stalled on this leg down. Is honestly the reason why was like this candle was just too strong. I was like, wait a second, I didn't enter yet. Let's see. So what are we down right now? Probably not much. We opened up down 1.3. Now we're down 0.3, down 0.37. Let me check out my stocks here. Okay. Well, did ICT take a trade or what? Those people that are watching, us both. No, you didn't. Okay, Sean. Right, here we are at the midnight open. Like, of course, it just has to just pump and pump and pump when I'm not in it, and then when I get in finally, and then it pumps, and I have to get stopped out here. Of course, got it. That's the best. That's the best. Love seeing that. Sorry, guys, I was long here. They had to stop me out first here to go up higher. But they had already bounced on this FEG and OB. I thought that this low would be fine, and then we pushed up again. So, I don't know, they had to stop people out first. Unbelievable. Right? This was wicked through. $10.15. I guess I should have re-entered here, but like I said, it's too wide of a stop for me to take that. What's this SL here? If I got the perfect entry, it would have been 50 points. It would have been probably 50 plus 60 points. And just, I don't do that. From the 50%, it would have been, 60 points. To make, up to here is 90. Up to here, 164. Well, we just hit some buy side in the hourly fair value gap. And 4 hour. Gotta stay focused. The day's not over yet. Maybe there'll be another setup. Can't count it out. Oh my gosh. What time is it? It's 10:42. 4 hour was hit there. It'd be like that. It'd be like that. Mm-mm-mm. Well, damn, we're pretty much at that buy side. I thought it would take longer to get there. Damn. It'd be like that. I got stopped out on my long, and then it went. Maybe I should have re-entered, but at that point, I was just confused. So it'd be like that. Jesus. Next time, I'm just gonna, if I want a wider stop, I'm just gonna take an options play or something. I don't know. Okay. What did I mark it? Oh, this is like the NWOG. Hmm. Oh, man. Piss me off, this BS. All right, I'm still gonna wait. What time is it? 10:53. All right. I honestly never been. I don't really feel FOMO much, but today I'm feeling FOMO because I got not FOMO, but annoyed. And FOMO is a very broad term. Mm-mm-mm. We'll see. Is this gonna hold up and this turns into an inversion, or is this gonna smash through it and go again for a high? We don't have an SMT at a high yet, but let's see. Most more likely it's gonna go through it. More than likely. I mean, this is still holding, right? Bum, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Let's see. Yeah, so I thought it closed above that. This is still intact. Oh my gosh. I'm just mad annoyed. Had to stop me out first before it could rip fire. I blame this Fed chair. Yeah. Could have re-entered. I was looking at the 2 minute, the 3. It was wicking. On that second chance here. Could have, but like I said, it was too big of a stop. Could have just taken micros. Could have, would have, should have. Didn't. I honestly didn't think that we're gonna get all the way back to this buy side on the 4 hour today. So let's see. I mean, I hit all my buy side targets, so I don't really want to long. We'll see if there might be a short. I'll give it until, I don't know, I'll give it until like 11:30 or so. Hmm. I'm only slowing down a bit. All right, let's try that short. How much could I afford for that short, by the way? Could afford more. So here, let's see. Either that or we're consolidating and I'll get my ass beat, but that's the name of the game. Gotta try it. Now we're in a 15-minute FEG soon. We already are for NASDAQ, but yeah. As soon as we hit that, I'll probably end up moving my stop a bit. Okay. I'm in the position Fulham. And I said I wanted to short ES, not NASDAQ. If you look at all the ES stocks, there's ES, is weaker structurally than the NASDAQ. I'm not looking for much, but this would be nice. Retracement back down to here, sell side. Yeah, I mean, the ES stocks like Walmart, some financial stocks, if I look at the heat map, like it's much better to just try an ES short for me. See, this is NASDAQ, but then ES has more red on it. If this doesn't work, then so be it, but I'm gonna let this play out now. I is 64.25. All right. $64.50 on MES, which is what I took. Simply because I need more stop loss. And so I don't know how much I'm going to have to take. So it's better to just start out on micros. And then I'm fine with taking 20 something micros. Let me put the indicator on. Indicators. If this doesn't work out, then I'm done for the day. Moment of truth. Yeah, it's not there yet, but clear it's not a good sign. Staying alive for now. What was that high? Though it came one tick before this. MES is 2 ticks above it. I might even get stopped at MES and ES still not be stopped. Or, you know, whatever it is gonna be. Just fucking stop me out already, oh my god. Finally. Hmm, that's annoying. Oh well. NASDAQ retraced into its 15-minute. And that was like meh. You couldn't go back down here. And then it inverted this. I know. Now it's just probably just gonna consolidate, so I don't wanna get pissed off with this. dun, 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 dun. Hmm. 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 Bum, bum, bum. I'm not happy with how this has played out, but whatever. NWOG is here. This, I made a tap the NWOG. Looked like a nice drop off. Mm-hmm. Boom, 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 boom. Think it's gonna hit that 4 hour then? Then go ahead, dude. I didn't think it would. Go ahead, ES and NASDAQ after freaking stopping me out here. Should I just re-entered? I'm taking smaller micro sizing. I don't know. So what it could have done. I'm okay with missing that. I think I should just do it on an options account or something like that. Or just take a micros position, get back in. But honestly, yeah, I was confused at that point. Didn't know how much I wanted to go back. Going back all the way up here is like such a huge range. Oh my gosh, why is it doing that? I'm literally not on my Mac. Let's see. GG's until next time. Ain't nothing I can do now. Dudes, what the fuck? Honestly. Nothing. I can't do anything right now. I just gotta go touch some grass. So annoyed at that stop out from the long before. The short, I don't really mind taking that. Honestly, that would have been epic if we decide to. It looked like it was losing steam. Honestly, I don't really care for a stop out there. That would have been like fine by me. Maybe the afternoon. I'm still overall like bearish for the coming weeks, though. I think this is just like someone else in the chat was saying, dead cat bounce after Nasdaq took a weekly. I said that probably it would be a little bit harder for ES to come down into those lows here down here. So, but I think that hopefully we have some kind of rejection into this area and this stays intact for another move lower. Otherwise, it's just going to be mad annoying trading it. Let's see. Do you have an SMT at any 4-hour high, by the way? Yeah, this one, I think. Right from here. I guess I just gotta wait this out. see. Wait this out. Let this pump all day. I don't care without me. I'll be ready next week for more shorts. Mm-hmm. What is this that I marked out here a long time ago? Don't need it. All right, I'm gonna go touch some grass. Obviously today pissed me off because the fuck, what do you mean? Like, we pumped right when the Fed speaker was talking, and then I was like, all right, let's try to join it, and then it pulled up, stopped me out. I'm mad confused. Then it did pump back up. Yeah, maybe I could have, should have. Then I tried a short here. Why not? We pumped all morning, but I think might happen in the afternoon if there's going to be a retracement short, or maybe lunchtime. I don't care. I gotta go touch some grass and just chill out. So GG's. GG's, and I'll see you next week. Don't let one day ruin your whole week.